Okay, I moved him down to the bottom right of my board there. I think I would pick the top one there.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Got 2 odds and an even.
And don't forget, Charles, you got event cards that are pretty bad for the human players, and all you need is a dice of 3 or more to draw one of those. It's the Dark Destiny.
Well, we'll give that a shot.
And those are the ones on the very far right in the game box.
Let's see what kind of nastiness we got here. And I basically, do I pay a threat point to play that card?
No. I think you can, on your event cards, it should tell you on the card when you play it. So just read it,
Okay.
and it should be able to tell you when you can play it. All right, we've got, and you went, they are Legion. And let's see here, they are Legion, Troglodytes gain +1 defense until the beginning of the next threat phase. 3 more, you gain 2 threat points. If at least one troglodyte is killed during the human player's next action phase. Alright, so now you can bring troglodytes on if you want to.
Okay. I get no threat points automatically per turn, right?
What's that?
I don't get any threat points per turn automatically.
Correct.
I gotta pay for those things, huh? And I only have 3 threat points, so I can only bring on 3 troglodytes, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm already out. Oh, I see a problem already. Okay, so their entry point could be the flooded cavern if I wanted, right?
No, you gotta enter. You can't enter none of them right now because I've got human. I've got one guy. The condemned brute is on the pinnacle, and you can't enter an area where there is humans unless,
Okay.
and you can't enter the other one. So probably the best thing to do is don't get any troglodytes this time.
Okay.
And maybe go back to the play area and just take that move back, and use those other 2 dice for something else. One good spot is the calm before the storm, the very first one. You can put a dice there, and then the next time you roll, you get to roll 4 dice.
Okay.
And then you could go down to Sounds from the Deep, and then you could get 2 more threat points with the 2.
Okay.
All right, so you get 2 more threat points. So you've got 5. And unless you have an event card that does something to me, it's going to be my turn again. But, I mean, you're getting set up.
Okay.
So I have to go back to the hero play area. I remove all my dice from the guys that have been activated. And then I have to roll them all. I have 2 5s, a 1, and a 3. All right. All right. I will give the Redeemer a 5 because that gives him a special ability, the aura of precognition. I will give one of the blades. I can't give the blonde blade a 5 because, see, he's got that wound there.
Okay.
I will give the dark-haired blade a 5. I'll give the brute the 1, and I'll give the other blonde-haired guy a 3. All right, that and that thing there, I'm just gonna put right there. That's all right. So I will move the group will go first. There's no combat, so the group will just move into the water place. His movement's done. I will move the dark-haired blade. Let's see here. I will play the Redeemer next. So I'll activate the Redeemer. He's going to play the aura of precognition. Let me see here. That's so I get to look at the next tile to be played during this round will be secretly chosen from the next 3 tiles in the stack. Furthermore, you choose the orientation of that tile. The remaining 2 tiles are put back on top of the stack in any order that I choose. So I played that. I'm not going to move the Redeemer, and he's not going to do any combat. And I'm going to next activate the dark-haired blade, and he's going to explore that exit right there. The Redeemer, since he played that aura of ESP is what I'm going to call it, I get to look at the next 3 tiles. So I go to the game box, and I will look at the tile there, put a tile there. So I flip them, and I get to choose any one I want. Oh. Oh, stop. How do I do that? Flip straw pile. Okay. Let me try that. That. Maybe that's good. Okay. All right. I drew 3 tiles, and you can probably see them.
I cannot, but I'm not. I'm looking at the main board.
Okay. And I get to choose which one to place and how to place it. And I definitely won't choose that one. And I definitely won't choose that one. I will choose that one there.
Okay, now stop. I have a card that says play this card when the human player is exploring an opening.
Okay.
You haven't started exploring yet, as far as I can tell, right? You're just playing an action to look at the tiles.
Yeah, I explored with the dark-haired guy.
Right?
So he moves. He's next to the 3 dice.
Uh-huh.
So that's where I was going to place the next tile. What does the card say?
All right, hold on 1 second. I'll move it out there.
Okay.
Basically, the reverse of what you were saying there.
All right. You get to secretly choose the next tile to be placed from the top. The remaining 2 tiles are placed back in the order of your choice. This card cannot be played. Is under the effect. Well, see, I'm under the effect of the aura of precognition, because that's how I got.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, because I had the Redeemer and he had that 5. So
I didn't see that bottom part. Just pretend like you never saw that.
And the orientation. And there's not a whole lot of ways I can orient. And I'm going to place it going north. So rotate, rotate, rotate.
Yeah, definitely want to give
And
yourself
the only
more
place
options
it's been
there.
placed in the dice is at that exit, and it increases to 4.
Okay.
So it increases to 4. And so that blade there, its movement is 2, so I can explore again. So I will move. I'll explore next to the 4.
Okay, and now I can play my card.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I did it last time and he's not. Yes, I already figured that. So you get to look at the next 2 tiles. Or you get to look at the top 3, choose which one you want, and then put the other 2 in any order you want.
It doesn't seem to fit in my hand well. How can I look at these without?
I think, yeah, that's. Put them down in the first draw pile.
Okay.
You have one in the first draw pile.
No. You want put it down there?
Yeah, put it down there and see if it'll flip over.
Okay, it did.
All right, and then keep it face up.
Okay.
Okay, I can't. All right, and then when you keep it face up, put it in the second draw pile and see if it. Let me see here. I'm trying to figure out how I did this before. Face up. All right, yeah. Put them all in the first draw piles, the 3 of them. Pick which one you want, and then leave the other 2 in the first draw pile. The one you want, leave in the first, and then put the other 2 in the second draw pile and the third draw pile. But you can't flip them there. You just have to move it over. And you can put them however you wish.
Okay. So.
And while you're deciding what you're going to do with the order and which one you're going to place, I'll be right back.
I'm having a little trouble understanding what is the tile deck, what is the first draw pile, and what is the third draw pile.
Okay.
And I hope I didn't
Yeah,
mess up the game here.
I had that figured out at one time. Let me go to the game box. All right. I think that's okay. If you take a tile out of the tile deck, and I think if you put it back, the tile deck up at the very top, the one that's by itself,
Yeah.
and if you put it back, I think if you draw it again, it could change. Like I think it automatically reshuffles. So I think when I play the ESP card or you play that event you just did, I think what you have to do is you have to draw down from that tile deck, and then it'll show you what it is.
Right.
And then I think if you move it to the second uh, pile, I think it stays the same. Yes, it did. And then so you could draw three down and take a look at the three that are there, and then you'd have to arrange them. The first draw pile would be the one that you play, and the second two would be the next two in the line. And I don't think they will change, and they don't change. But I think if you put them up in the tile deck and you bring another one down, it it can change.
Okay.
I think.
So when there's
Yes, it's changing. Yes. Um,
so when I change the order, I just put the one that I want. And
Charles, I figured it out.
okay.
When it does the card that you just played, you just take, and of course I can't look at it, but it doesn't matter for this game. You take three of them and don't put them in any pile, and then just hit flip.
Right.
And then take another one and hit flip.
Okay.
And then take another one and hit flip. And let's just say, well, I'm going to put that one back in the tile deck. And then I think the one you want to play, you go ahead and play. And the other two, you put the one you want to put next on top goes in the second draw pile, and the next goes in the third. And then that way, when the next tile comes up, you just take the second draw pile and move it to the first draw pile, and it reveals it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of wonky, and that probably just messed you all up.
Not too bad.
What you had in there, but yeah, that's the way you do it. And the only way that and I can't be looking at that particular window when you're doing that.
Okay.
So go ahead and look. You just played the trap, but if you want to look at the next three or so, and then just pick two out of there to put number one and number two, and I won't look at it, and just put the next one you want in line in the second draw pile, and the next one in the third draw pile.
Okay, I'm good. I just went ahead and used those two.
All right. So now it is
Booby trap.
booby trap. Okay, he just moved on there, and a booby trap. Since he just moved on there, the first I have to roll a dice. First time a human warrior enters this tile, the demon player rolls a dice and applies the following effects. So you just need to grab a dice.
Yeah.
And roll it, and go ahead and roll it. Finish your
3.
3 is the warrior suffers 1 hit. So that's the dark-haired blade. So I go to my hero play area. I have to get a hero wound, and I've got to place it in 1 to 6 spots.
Okay.
And I will place it on the 3 area. Okay. So that was his movement. I've already done the Redeemer. I'm just going to move the dice over there to show that they. And I've done the dark-haired guy. So I've got the blonde guy and the brute left. The blonde guy will move, and he can move. He's got a dice roll of 3, so he can move 1. And the blonde guy will move 1. And the brute guy, so he's done. Now the brute guy has a movement. He's got a dice of 1, so he will also move 1, and he will go from there to there. And you can discard that action that you played. I guess it won't let you remove it. I guess you just got to drag it to the drag it to the thing. All right. And so now that's the end of my turn. And it is now your turn. So you go to your threat phase.
And this time I'll get 4 dice.
And you get 4 dice.
I'm just going to roll them one at a time.
Okay. Okay, got a lot of options there.
All right, that 12 has got to be good.
Yeah, 12 is the automatic hit on anybody you want to hit.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to build up for the massive attack here. So I'm going to get 4 more DP, TP.
You get 4.
Now, let's see. Who do I want to take a hit?
Okay. So now you can spend TP to bring troglodytes and or your demon on.
Okay. All right, so you really spaced yourself out there.
Yeah, I'm sort of in a hurting position right now.
You okay, I can come into the main entry area there.
Right. So that's 5 TP if you're bringing the demon in.
We'll bring in 4 troglodytes too.
Okay. Now, on the hole in the ground, the demon can't use it, but the troglodytes can.
Okay. The demon entry points, can it come in here?
No, because there's no exit or entrance.
It's got to be an unexplored area.
Right.
And this tile up here where the booby trap is, he cannot come in the top of that because a human is on that tile, correct?
Correct. Now,
Okay.
there are things on your board of destiny that will allow them to do that. If you look at a taste for blood,
right.
During the current threat phase, the human warrior can no longer prevent the appearance of troglodytes and demons. So, and then burrowing monsters, you don't even have to, or You don't even have to. You can come on any tile you wish as long as there's no humans. If you got them both of those, then they can pretty much come on anywhere.
Okay, and then 5 is the most I can have on that board there, right?
Correct.
All right, so we'll do a movement of 1.
All right, so now you can do combat.
That's right. I'm
You
sorry.
have, and I used to do, you do movement and then combat. Yeah, and I always did the same thing. I don't think it really helps you to be able to do them one at a time, because if you moved all 3, and you might need not to move that third one. Well, you'll be moving that way anyway. So now your troglodytes can do a combat.
Yep, and we're looking at the dark-haired blade for hire. What is his defense value right now? I don't see any die for him. Oh, no, I see it now. I'm sorry.
I just moved it to the side to know that he was activated, but not forget where he was at. He's at a defense of 3.
Okay.
So you roll 1 dice, and 3 or better hits.
All right, next guy. Same target.
Okay.
Let me change dice now. That dice gotta go. All right, next guy. All right, there we go.
So he got a hit, so I got to go to my hero play area, and I got to choose to place this at one of those areas, and I'm going to place it on the 6 dice.
Okay.
Which blocks that off for him.
Next guy. There we go.
You can't move 4 in there. You can only have
oh, okay.
3 of your warriors on a tile at any time.
All right.
But yeah, you can move him into there.
Oops.
And since that's a water tile, the demon has to stop. I don't know what his movement is.
2.
Yeah, 2. Normally he